Special announcement.
Yes, Kwong. A special announcement is we're going to have to delay Statue Talk by a week.
A week? You mean 3 weeks? 2
Yeah,
weeks?
so technically 3 weeks. So, a couple things are going on. Kwong is starting a new job. He usually comes out here on Fridays to shoot the episode. He's going to be working on Fridays now. And he's going to have quite a commute from where I live. And then I also have to throw my wife a birthday party on the weekend in a couple weeks coming up. So that's going to delay it again. So, but we are going to have some videos out for you. We're going to have the unboxing of the Blitzway Rocky statue and the unboxing of Doctor Strange from XM Studio. So, plenty of videos coming your way. I may even throw in a collection update room tour during that time as well. So, but make sure you're checking out that website, you're checking out that Facebook page, because I will be still sharing pictures, pre-orders, all that good stuff that you come to expect from us. So, again, thanks everyone for supporting the channel and supporting our hobbies of shooting videos.
No, not our hobbies. Our lifestyle.
Our lifestyle of shooting videos. So thanks to all our subscribers, all our viewers for hanging out with us every other weekend. That kind of sucked. Hello collectors, welcome to episode 24 of Statue Talk. I'm your host, Joe Prodzik. With me as always is Kwong Tran. Now Statue Talk is a show where Kwong and I share our thoughts and opinions on upcoming statue previews, pre-orders, and also share some updates to our collection. So thanks for joining us on this week's episode. Now Kwong, hit the music.
Hail Hydra.
So Kwong, episode 24 of Statue Talk. What the hell have you been up to?
Finished the Uncharted, the first 3. Started The Last of Us. Watched a few movies. Started Archer season 4. Apparently has my name on it in the first episode. It's pretty cool. Other than that,
has your name on the first episode of the 4th season?
Yes. There's a Slater. Has my name Kwong on his shirt.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
You're famous.
Yeah, I actually am. I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, oh shit. Pretty awesome. Okay. Other than that, see you later in the episode. Little update on my collection update. Other than that, nothing else. Nothing else.
No movies?
Oh yeah, Out of the Shadows. Watched that. Was a little bit slightly better than the first one. Wasn't great, but it was okay, if anything. I think Rocksteady and People was good. Was definitely good. Casey Jones, as much as I like him as Arrow, no, he just didn't do it for me.
Stephen Amell.
Yeah, just didn't do it for me.
I don't watch Arrow. I haven't seen that second Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, which is odd. I'll probably watch it, but I didn't like the first one very much.
This one has more turtles. That's the thing.
Okay.
So
I did like the turtles.
Yeah, less Megan Fox and all that stuff. So.
I don't know if I like that. But so speaking of movies, I watched a movie.
What you watched?
They're looking at some collectibles that we're gonna look at a little bit later from Damtoys from the Warcraft movie.
Oh yeah. Nice.
I got to watch this movie, and some people recommended it to me on Facebook. Verl recommended it, said it was pretty good, so I thought I better watch it. I haven't played World of Warcraft too much. Played maybe like 5 hours of it. I'm not really too much into MMOs, but I did play the first 3 Warcraft games extensively.
Yeah.
I used to play a lot of strategy games like that. So I was familiar with the universe and the lore. I watched the movie, and I didn't think it was that good.
Really? I thought it was okay, at least. I gave it like a 6.5.
It was 2 hours, so it was a longer movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I just thought the writing was bad. I thought the acting was bad. The effects were good.
Yeah, I think the CGI was really good.
The characters were good.
Mm-hmm.
The orcs were good.
Yeah.
Magic and all that stuff was really super cool. So I liken the movie to Transformers.
Yeah.
You know, where it's got some famous actors in it.
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of special effects.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, nobody's winning an Academy Award in that.
Yeah.
Which they don't win in these types of movies anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I would say the Transformers storylines are even a bit better than Warcraft, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like knowing playing the games, you know, I feel like the plot was there and everything, but I think for a person who doesn't really know Warcraft at all, they wouldn't like it, but people like fans who love them, who loves the game, I think they kind of like it because there's a bunch of Easter eggs in there for what's to come for the future, especially, right. You know. I think the end, spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't watched it, I think the end kind of hinted at Thrall, the storyline of Thrall,
right,
later on. So I think that would be really good for a sequel for sure.
Yeah, they were definitely planting seeds for a sequel. Yeah. But you know, I like those types of movies. I like fantasy movies, even if they're bad. But yeah. I didn't really like this one too much. But the character design was cool. We'll show you some statues from that later on in the episode. What else have I been doing?
Call of Duty?
Yeah, I played a little bit of Call of Duty Remastered. Came out early for people who pre-ordered it on the PlayStation, which I did. So I only played a little bit of that. Game is still as good as it's always been. Yeah. And then I've still been on a Warhammer 40k kick. So I was playing old school Dawn of War on the PC. Yeah. And getting playing with the Ultimate Apocalypse mod. Nice. Which adds some more races. And I've just been reading a lot of 40k books and listening to some audiobooks on the way home.
We also finished Destiny in like a day.
We played Destiny Rise of Iron. And yeah, the story was like less than a handful of missions.
I felt like it was just four missions and that was it, to be honest.
I mean, there's a lot more to do in the game. There's strikes and raids, but I don't know. I liked the story of Destiny. Mm-hmm. Even though it was somewhat weak, I still liked it. Yeah. And then, you know, $30 and didn't last very long for us.
Yeah, it really didn't.
But I guess this expansion isn't really made for us. It's made for hardcore Destiny players, right? Who want to raid, who want more gear, who want all that stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
I play games for story, right? Even though I do like the mechanics of the game and I do have fun with it. You know, I'm itching for something else. Yeah. And then I did dive into Total War Warhammer, the fantasy one. But my laptop was really struggling to render all those armies. Yeah. Right, my first big battle on my laptop couldn't handle it. So that's a sure sign that it's time to upgrade my PC. Which throughout the years, video games not working correctly has caused me to upgrade or buy many PCs. Many PCs. So I guess that's what it's going to do now. So. Yeah, so that's what I've been up to. I did get a couple of statues in. We'll talk about that in the collection update. Yep. So lots to talk about this week. New York Comic Con. Yes. We're going to have some pictures from that. Yeah. And so let's get started with this week's previews and pre-orders. So Kwong, first up is a company neither you or I have heard of before. Mm-hmm. This is Damtoys. Yeah. Now I was talking about statues from the Warcraft movie. Mm-hmm. Okay. And this is where we saw them. Nice. Now Damtoys had a display at CICF in Guangzhou, China. Okay. And looks like they mostly deal with figures. Okay. So military figures and whatnot. But they also are going to be coming out with some Warcraft statues from the movie. Nice. So, we can take a look at pictures.
Looks pretty good. Do we have a little bit of a detail, maybe like edition size?
We have zero details.
Zero details? Okay, because we don't even know if they're like some of them... Because I was thinking maybe a little bit of the fur could be a little mixed media, possibly.
Well, yeah, it looks totally mixed media. Yeah. You can tell the fur is actually fur.
Okay.
Of some type, part
Yeah.
probably. I'm sure artificial. But statues look really cool.
Yeah, they do. Definitely has a lot of detail going into it.
Yeah, lots of detail. This is seeing these statues is what made me go and watch the movie.
Oh, okay, nice.
Even though the movie I didn't really like, these still look awesome.
Yeah,
right?
they look true to the characters and all that stuff. I really like the scars on the the chest, and it's really cool. Very interesting.
So someone did ask Damtoys on their Facebook page for more information, and they only said it's forthcoming. We have nothing to release right now. So yeah, as we find out more information from Damtoys, we'll share it on Statue Talk. Now, Kwong, we have our first pre-order of the episode. This comes to us from Elite Creature Collectibles.
Something I've never heard of them before.
You have. They did the big Medusa bust.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
doing
Medusa,
Guyver statues.
Yep. Okay.
Gremlin you saw.
Yeah.
Right, Gizmo from Gremlins. And so they're known for doing their 1/3 Underworld statues, the Lycan, and Marcus, and lots of busts too. The Lycan bust is known to be killer.
I've seen that one before.
Yeah, so they're known to put out some killer statues from the Underworld series of movies.
Yep.
And so this pre-order is for the Marcus life-size bust, right? So Marcus is one of the crazy vampires that get awakened in the Underworld series, right?
Are you a fan of the series, or?
Oh yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, even the movies that some people don't really like, I still like.
Yeah, I heard like the first two are like pretty good, and then after that, kind of starts getting boring or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the most recent one, but I liked all the others before that. Yeah, so this is the Marcus bust. It's approximately 28 inches tall, 20 inches wide, and 14 inches deep. It's cast in high-quality translucent resin for a lifelike skin effect. Neat certificate of authenticity is signed by sculptors Steve Wang and Mio Nakamura. It's a limited in production to 500 units worldwide, and estimated shipping is, guess what, Q4 of 2016.
Yeah, so that's a little bit surprising. So does that kind of mean they're kind of already done with it, or looks like it, because there seems like they're getting ready to ship out.
Hey, if they're going to ship it fast, more power to them.
Yeah, seriously.
So the price, they actually have two prices here on the ECC website. They have an early bird price of $999 US, which is good until November 8th.
Okay.
After November 8th, you're going to pay $1,200 US, right?
Yeah.
And that's going to be cut off December 8th.
I'm curious kind of how if the piece is already done, I don't know what that benefits from them. Because I was thinking maybe an early bird would get the exclusive, compared to the regular price just being just regular. But I don't know if I don't see them being exclusive here. I guess it is a good marketing thing that they wanted to do.
Yeah, it's we need to get that money in quickly.
Yeah.
So they can work on some more stuff, right?
Yeah, it seems like it.
So I will post links to the ECC website in the description of the video if you want to go check out some more pictures, or maybe even pre-order that bust from Elite Creature Collectibles. So Kwong, tell us about this next statue.
Next from gonna be first four figures with martial law from Tekken.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a huge fan of the character when I was a kid. I think I started with, I want to say Tekken 3, possibly, and this is like literally the only character I ever played. So I just remember just doing like a circle flip, and he just going hey the entire time.
So we already saw one statue, first for figures from Tekken.
King, I think is what it was. That's the one. Yeah.
Yep. And now this is a teaser of their next Tekken statue, Martial Law.
It looks really good. I like it. Do we see a little bit of the base too? Because it looks like there's like little branches or something. He's on. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So this is just a little teaser of this statue. We'll share more with you as it comes up. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Tekken, but I was planning on playing the next Tekken game.
Because it has Akuma?
It just looks cool, honestly. I played a little bit of Tekken, but it's not like my favorite fighting game. But
especially since you have a fight stick now, too. That'd be perfect.
Yep, I do have a fight stick now. So we'll share some more info of Martial Law as he comes up. So next up, Kwong, is a statue from Gecko.
Yep.
Just a little preview here from their Dark Souls line.
Yeah.
This is the Knight of Astoria Oscar 1/6 scale statue. So you never played Dark Souls?
I never have. What I was gonna ask is like, is this just from this guy? Cause I'm pretty sure. Do you play the same character every single Dark Souls? Because I know there's 3 of them now. Does that mean like you change eventually in the future? Or
Well, I have played 0 Dark Souls games.
So none of us knows. Because it looks like this is the classic kind of dude, King of the Night.
You play different classes
Okay.
in Dark Souls, so yeah, lots of different classes to play in there. I never played them because they seemed like
they're like really hard. There's no directions on really what to do.
Yeah, you just kind of go
and
figure it out.
I heard it was a really tough game, and it like really tests his ability to like how much of a fan you are of the series and whatnot.
Similar to Bloodborne, which I did play.
Heard a lot of rolling. Like you have to roll a lot. Like a lot.
Yeah, Dark Souls is known, not Bloodborne, but Dark Souls is definitely known for its rolling.
Yeah.
I do want to try this out at some point.
Yeah, I kind of do too. I've heard good things about it. I think most likely next year I'm most likely gonna pick it up because I think Dark Souls right now is like I'm trying to wait for like a whole bundle.
Yeah, let's wait for Game of the Year edition.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too because there's a bunch of DLCs for it.
Yeah, there's some decent DLC coming out. So Gecko, known for making 1/6 scale PVC statues.
Yeah.
I have a couple from Metal Gear in my collection.
Yep.
Really, really cool. Really great stuff if you don't mind the PVC, which I personally don't. So you can get lots of details in those statues. So generally, you can pre-order stuff from Gecko on like toy stores from around the web. I don't think you can order directly from them in the United States, but they're based out of Japan. So, but you can buy those. They'll have them on eBay, toy stores, online toy stores, and we'll share some more of that info when it becomes available.
No?
Now, Kwong, I'm going to update you on some statues from my favorite video game series, Mass Effect.
Got it. Okay, see,
Right,
I knew it. So I was right.
We're waiting on both Morden and Tally, and so Gaming Heads share some updates on both of those. Said Morden was getting his quality control check.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see him before the end of the year, maybe December.
Nice.
And they said that we see some production picks, some quality control picks here of Tally. And they said she's due to arrive sometime in November.
Wow, that's great.
So I'm really looking forward to getting those and expanding my Mass Effect collection.
So it's going to be kind of cool, especially since they most possibly will be back to back because November and then December hit.
Yeah, they will.
That'd be awesome, especially for the show too, because then we always have content.
Well, we got Mass Effect Andromeda coming up next year.
Yeah. Good hype.
Yeah, and I love Mass Effect, so but these statues are have been delayed by almost a year.
Yeah, I remember
they were supposed to come out Q4 of last year.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when you first started collecting, you already got the other two, and you're like, these two are supposed to come out real soon too. So,
They've been saying they're gonna come anytime now. But honestly, if they come out good, I'll be happy. Yeah. Right. So then Gaming Heads also announced a new license they're gonna be working on statues for. This is, do you know what this is?
Soul Reaver.
Soul Reaver.
Okay.
Right. Yep. So this is, I think it's a Raziel?
I don't know what his name is.
It's been a long time.
I just remember, I think he was originally on the PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation.
Yeah, and I think that's where it was. I think he has 3 games, if I'm correct.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
But I remember I used to love them and I used to play the crap out of them.
Yeah, I remember seeing my cousin play it, but I never played it before. I heard it was rated R too, wasn't it, back in the day? No?
It was very bloody.
Yeah, because I thought, because it was during the Resident Evil.
Parental discretion is advised.
Yeah, it was more of the Resident Evil era.
Rated M for mature.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. I don't know if they had ratings. I don't know if they had ratings back then, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they have to offer. I was a big fan of this series.
Yeah.
I was hoping they would revive the franchise, but
because I remember hearing that they were thinking about making a movie too, and definitely an HD remake. I've heard a bunch of rumors about that. So
I think a lot of people want it. Whether it's going to come or not, only time will tell.
Because there was that one I forgot what it was called, but there was that one. It got a Kickstarter and then it was like for a third game or something like that, and it was like it made like $1 million in a day. That came
You're
out.
talking about Shenmue?
Yeah, something like that.
Gaming Heads is not making Shenmue.
Well, but I'm just saying, but like, you know, for games like that back in the day. Just saying.
That is one way to go about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully it gets revived at some point.
Yeah.
Now, Kwon, we're going to cover a couple of previews from Imaginarium Art that we actually forgot to put in last week's episode. Actually, we did have them in, but I screwed up my editing.
Oh, okay.
So they accidentally got taken out. So, first up from Imaginarium Art is another teaser of Mephisto. Mephisto. Yes. Not to be confused with Mephiston.
Yes.
Chief Librarian of the Blood Angels. Warhammer 40k. I keep confusing those two names because
they're so close. Yeah.
Yeah, they're so close. But this is Mephisto on throne, right?
Yep.
Details are looking really cool, really killer.
Yeah, this is still digital, I think, right? We did see a bunch of different heads that he was going to have.
Yeah.
They look really good, already printed up and everything.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this. What I really like about this is, even though this is still a digital form, I like the eyes being red. It's just something sinister about it, which is just looks really cool.
This isn't Mr. Sinister. This is Mephisto.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Okay. So now, a little teaser, again, a digital work in progress of Spider-Man. Your favorite neighborhood superhero.
Mm-hmm. We didn't have it. You cut this out last 2 weeks ago too?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
On accident, I totally did.
Yeah, I was looking forward to this one to see more about it. But then, just like last week we were talking about, I already have a Spider-Man, but looking forward to see how it, might still get it depending on how it looks. So.
Yeah, only time will tell.
Yeah.
Still early.
I think Imaginarium Art is hard for us to get to though, isn't it?
Yeah, we can get it.
Yeah? Okay.
If you want it, if it's the one, Kwong, and you want it, we can get it for you.
Okay, got it.
Don't worry.
Sounds good.
So stay tuned for more from Imaginarium Art as more info becomes available. Kwong, tell us what's next.
Next from Connecticut's from the Memorial.
Yep.
We got some statues with Daigo.
Oh, this is a diorama.
Oh, diorama?
Well, you know how Connecticut's does it.
Yeah.
You buy one, you buy the other,
Connects
put them together,
yeah.
right?
So is this one going with the evil Ryus or no? With the Ryus?
Regular Ryu and evil Ryu.
Got it, yeah.
So this is the Beast.
Yep, the
Daigo,
Beast.
Who last Evo your girlfriend met.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sent me a picture.
Sent you a
Got
picture.
me a couple stickers.
Stickers.
Did not
get the book though.
The book.
Sold out quickly. She said literally 5 minutes.
Yep.
Jeez.
Everybody wanted his book.
Seriously.
So, for those of you that don't know, Daigo is the man.
The Beast.
The Beast. One of the most popular Street Fighter competitive players there is.
I think he like Master Ryu or something like that.
Yeah, those are the characters that he plays. Mm-hmm. Ryu and Evil Ryu.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. I've seen so many videos of him. Sucks that he got knocked out last. But then again, he did get knocked out by that person who actually won the whole thing. So, yeah. And, it makes sense.
So, Kwon was talking about entering the Evo contest next year. Even though we're both not very good at Street Fighter.
Oh, I'm definitely not. I just play Smash.
He's definitely not good, and I'm even worse than that. I don't know how or why. Well, I know what the problem is.
You just don't block, do you?
I don't block because I just constantly play the CPU. I don't block. And when I panic, I start mashing buttons I forget my combos. I start mashing buttons, so still got to play some more.
It's all about patience, man. Just patience.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So I think pre-order for this statue is coming soon.
Real soon, yeah.
And we'll share that information on the website and on our Facebook page. Next up, Kwong, we have your favorite character from the Star Wars universe.
No, just Star Wars Force Awakens.
Oh, so this is Kylo Ren.
Yep, from Kotobukiya.
Kotobukiya, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. So you were talking about needing a Kylo Ren statue for yourself.
I did. The Sideshow one was a little I was really, debating on it for a really long time. In the beginning, when it did first come out, when we did see it, we didn't know if it was going to light up. Now this one, I asked you if it was going to light up. You said no. So
I said probably not. I didn't say no. I said probably not.
It's kind of a bummer. Even though we say it time after time, you're obviously not going to display it lighting up, but it's just a good touch. You know?
Yeah, so, Kotobukiya makes smaller scale statues. Yes. I wouldn't expect them to light up. Kwong here. Kylo Ren strikes a wide, stable stance, holding his unique lightsaber with LED light-up features.
There you go.
Raised to attack those who oppose the First Order.
Yeah.
Except for Daisy Ridley, who whooped his ass.
Yeah. Seriously.
Right? Got beat up by a girl.
Yep.
Hey, Kwong. There are lots of girls out there that can probably beat me up, too.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah. This piece is estimated to arrive in May 2017, with the price being $129.99, originally listed as
well. So $129.99 is the price at Big Bad Toy Store. If you buy it direct from Kotobukiya, it's going to be $139.99.
Okay. All
right. So yeah, you can find that at toy stores around the web or direct from the Kotobukiya US store.
Yeah. I don't know.
You just told me if it lights up, you're going to get it.
No, but I told you if it was under $100, I'd get it. It's a little $30 over my budget, but we'll see. We'll see when the time comes. Because I still kind of want to start collecting the smaller pieces too. Like you've been saying, the Spider-Verse Kotobukiyas. I'm definitely gonna pick those up when they're gonna start coming out. Because you'll see in the collection update, I have a lot more space in my detop, so I kind of want to fill that up a little bit.
Well, these smaller scale statues are for beginning collectors like you.
Yeah, but that's the huge thing is that kind of you can't just have Kylo Ren by himself, I feel.
That's a dark hole.
Right?
That you can't go down, Kwong.
Yeah, that's kind of something too, because like right now my collection is all about Spider-Man, kind of like how yours is about Batman. So I have already 2 Spider-Man pieces, and then randomly have a Kylo Ren would just be weird. Because if there's a Kylo Ren, I gotta have at least a Finn or like a Rey,
Yeah, I agree.
So that's gonna suck.
But that's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Slippery slope.
Yep. Definitely gotta be patient and figure out how everything's gonna go first.
Yeah, so that's it this week from Kotobukiya. Now, Kwong, we have some previews and a little pre-order.
Pre-orders, huh?
From Prime 1 Studio. Ooh. So let's first start with some previews, right?
Oh, I love me some previews, man.
Okay, so first up, can you tell who this is?
I think if I'm aware of, I want to say Mr. Freeze.
You would be correct.
Yes. Awesome.
So we're seeing
it's just because of the icicle right there. Literally, that's the only reason why I would say that. Because I kind of wanted to say Bane, but Bane doesn't wear like that kind of suit anyway.
Yeah, so this is a little preview of Mr. Freeze.
Do we have anything more than just it being Mr. Freeze? Like maybe a quarter scale, 1/3, nothing?
I think this is from the Arkham Origins.
Oh, wait, so it's quarter.
No.
Third?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Prime 1 doesn't do quarter scale for this line.
Got it.
And now, Kwong, your favorite.
Got some Guyver.
The Guyver. Couple previews from that.
Don't know what that's. I forgot what that suit's called. That one, yeah. But the other ones I'm thinking it's a girl.
I specifically tasked you with.
I don't know what it was called. I remember I knew what it was, but I forgot what it was.
Kwong, you are failing our viewers.
They know what it is. They know it's a specific suit. They'll be fine.
Okay.
If somebody's gonna say in the comments saying, Kwong, what suit is that? Then I will reply and say, this is the fucking suit.
You failed us.
No.
So now let's take a look at some Suicide Squad.
Yeah, this one, I actually did not see this before coming on to the show for this. Oh yeah, I did see the shoot. I didn't see. No, actually I did see it.
So we got Harley Quinn.
Yep.
Looks like mixed media.
Yeah, the details on that looks really dope. I don't know if it's mixed media.
I don't know if it is either. It looks, I think it's sculpted.
Yeah.
But they're doing a damn good job of making it look mixed media.
Exactly. That's really impressive. The shoes look really hella details on that, to be honest. Just amazing details on that.
Yeah, boots look great.
Yeah.
And now we got a teaser of...
I'm really looking forward to see how this is going to look. The Silk Sky Joker, yeah. It's well, you were a little tired when we watched the movie, but I don't remember him having the suit, that outfit on. I did remember seeing it I did remember seeing a little bit of teasers on like the trailers and whatnot. But you know, as we were watching the movie, there's a lot of stuff that's been cut out. So I don't think we've seen this one at all.
I don't know.
Up close and personal. Like,
I have to watch the movie again without falling asleep this time.
Well, there's rumors that there's an extended cut coming out, so
I hope so.
Yeah,
that'd
definitely
be cool.
Check that out.
Now we got a Prime 1 pre-order.
Yeah.
This is the statue I was talking about during my review of the Arkham Knight.
Yep.
So for those of you who watched that video or didn't, you know, the Arkham Knight, and one of my comments was that when you switch the Arkham Knight exclusive out to the Red Hood version, he's still got blue on his arms and, you know, everywhere. It kind of breaks the Red Hood immersion.
Yes.
And I mentioned that Prime 1 was working on a Red Hood only version of the statue.
Agree.
And he's available for pre-order right now. SideshowToy.com, right?
So my thing is that there definitely has to be an exclusive for this, right?
Nope.
No exclusive at all?
Nope.
Does he come with at least a secondary head?
Nope.
See, that's kind of weird in a way, because I will be honest, I felt like the Red Hood could have, like, especially getting a new job, I might be able to save up and buy one. But the thing is that I don't think the helmet's doing it for me right now. Because I think the helmet for example, since people who do have the Arkham Knight with that switch out head for the Red Hood already, I felt like that head, put it on this, will look amazing. Because I think the imprint, the integrated, you know, thing that's on his face, you know, where he looks and all that stuff, just doesn't feel right to me, to be honest. I do like the logo of the Batman in the middle and him being red for sure, because that's definitely what we wanted, especially, you know, on the Arkham Knight. It would have been amazing if there was switchable, like the blue part could be switched out to red, would have been perfect. But this as a Red Hood, I feel like it still looks like a great piece, but the portrait is what's killing me. Like, I just don't like it. I feel like if it was the same, obviously you don't want the same portrait as the one that's on Arkham Knight, but just something kind of like that, and possibly having a headless, you know, mask as well. Yeah, maskless.
Not headless.
Yeah, sorry.
So, already having the Arkham Knight exclusive, there's no real reason for me to get this too.
Yeah, I agree, because it's almost exactly the same.
Yeah, so, I mean, the head is a little bit different.
Yes.
But they really needed to do a little bit more to distinguish itself. Yeah. Like, I would have wanted either would have been really cool to have a broken helmet where you see part of Jason Todd's face.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
Or, you know, a helmetless portrait to include in this.
Agree.
And maybe even, you know, I was originally thinking like a jacket. Like, you know, the Red Hood's jacket.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would have been so amazing.
But here's the thing, is Prime 1 doesn't do mixed media.
Yeah, I know.
For this scale. So, I don't know if they do mixed media at all. So that would be a complete change from what they do.
So, but what's the cape on Batman made out of?
Leather.
Leather? Okay.
So, I mean, they do the capes, but doing a jacket is a lot different than doing a cape, right?
I agree.
So, you know, they're not... I guess maybe they're not currently built for that. Yeah. Maybe they don't have the staff or whatever to do that, or maybe they don't want to do that with this line. So I just think there should have been another portrait with this.
I agree.
But, you know, if you don't have the Arkham Knight exclusive and you do want the Red Hood, you know, you can still get this guy. He is a little bit cheaper at $849.99. Payment plans, $95.62 a month over at Sideshow Collectibles. Edition size is 500. He's estimated to ship between August and October of next year. So still got to wait a while for this guy.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Yeah, it's been a little over a week since he came out. Not sold out, Kwong.
What was the edition sizes for Arkham Knight and Batman?
Well, the exclusive
250
was around like 700 or 800.
Okay.
And the regular is like 1,000.
Okay.
But you know those exclusives of Prime 1s have been selling out fast. But the regulars don't tend to sell out that quickly.
Because I feel like Prime 1 is probably one of the best exclusives, I think. Because I think the exclusives that come with the pieces are a lot better than most statues that we get that says exclusive, like, you know, a regular art print or something like that.
Yeah, what's their exclusive on Batman?
I want to say the Batarang that you just put on the base. Isn't it another gun? You got the gun or something like that?
Yeah.
Didn't we get a portrait too for an exclusive or no?
I don't think the portrait was exclusive. I don't remember off the top of my head right now. So let's move on to a couple of more DC previews.
Yes.
Right. The first is we're seeing the new 52 Superman, which is in quarter scale, Kwong.
Yes. This one was really looking forward to, especially as my brother being a huge Superman fan. But I don't like my brother that much to be able to buy this for him. So
I don't like your brother that much either.
Yeah. So it does Superman justice, especially being the new 52. Details look really good. I remember we did see a little bit of this before, but they did change his portrait, which is exactly what I wanted last time when we did see him. I felt like his portrait was a little off. Now, I feel like his suit's a little bit more detailed looked, and the portrait's definitely 100% better than what it was before. So,
yep, they did do work on both the suit and the portrait, and he does look better.
I feel like I want to see more pictures of this. It looks really good. I don't know if I want to dip my toes into a Superman statue just yet, but something to definitely look forward to in the future.
Well, I do want to dip my toes into a Superman statue.
Yeah, so that's why I felt like this was the one for you, to be honest.
Well, if it's anything like the Witcher statue, it's probably going to be between $700 and $800. I don't know if I want to dip my toes in the Superman statue that much. But you know, New 52 line was one that I'm definitely interested in.
Yeah.
I do need some more DC and Justice League characters.
Was these the ones that were supposed to be connected with the Dark Sheet?
This one was posed opposite to Darkseid.
Okay, yeah, because I remember they were doing like the Green Lantern,
Why are you messing me up on my name?
I remember they were doing Green Lantern and all that stuff too.
Yep, we saw Green Lantern, the Flash, and Darkseid. Yeah.
So
we'll get some more info. Hopefully, we're seeing a picture like this. Hopefully, we're seeing a pre-order soon.
Yeah, real soon. So since I know The Witcher's price was a little bit expensive because of the base, you think this is gonna be you really sure you think this is gonna be the same too? I was thinking it's gonna be.
I do think so.
You think so?
Yep.
Okay.
Because of the cape, and then you can see
there's a lot. Yeah.
It's a base here too. So
okay.
Now another teaser of Superman from Prime 1 Studio. This is from Hush.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So this is from the Hush line.
This
one is going to be in 1/3 scale.
Ooh, that's gonna be huge. So this is gonna be I think this is gonna be the first 1/3 Superman that we've ever seen. No?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was thinking about breaking my 1/3 rule for Superman and Batman from Hush. But see, it's a slippery slope because I'm like, well, if I get Superman, I get Batman. Well,
yeah, you kind of have to.
Robin.
It's kind of like
Catwoman. Then I want. I don't have room for a whole collection of 1/3 scale statues.
I can definitely understand you doing Superman and Batman from the Hush because it's kind of like how you did Arkham Knight and Batman together, but you don't want anything else from there.
Right.
So that I feel like that does make sense. I'm still. What for me the deal breaker is the room for you. It's the huge
so looking at my room, Kwong, where am I going to put these?
That's a huge thing. Obviously, we're not going to know much about it until this thing most likely not going to release until definitely for sure next year.
We won't see pre-order for it until next year.
You never know. You might move out by then, so it might be a whole different ball game next year.
I'm not going to move out by then, but I'm looking forward to seeing more of this, and it might break my will.
Yeah, a lot of people have been definitely really wanted of this.
So this was quarter scale, it'd be instant, but 1/3 makes you think about it.
Yeah.
So that's it this week from Prime 1 Studio.
So Joe, next up we got Pop Culture Shock.
That's right, Kwong. Pop Culture Shock Collectibles.
Mm-hmm.
So they got a pre-order coming up on Monday, October 10th at 3 p.m. Pacific time.
You gotta do the call.
As usual.
You gotta do the call. You gotta do the Howling call. What
is the Howling call? I've never really watched that movie.
I haven't watched it either too, but obviously we know what it is.
What?
You gotta howl, dude.
Why me?
Because it's
the guy who does weird stuff on this show.
Yeah, so we gotta change it up a little bit, right?
It's not the Halloween episode yet, Kwong. So the Howling quarter scale statue, right? From the classic horror movie.
Yes.
Yep, let's get some details on that.
Yeah, definitely one of these days we gotta sit down and watch like some horror films. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but you will probably want to sleep over because you're too scared and all that kind of weird stuff. So the Howling quarter scale statue is a PCS exclusive.
Yes.
Quarter scale priced at $474.99.
I think that's kind of I think in the border of almost reasonable. No?
That is reasonably priced now for a quarter scale. Yeah. You can prepay in full at PCS, get a 15% discount. So you prepay in full, you can get them for $403.74.
Yep.
Yeah, payment plans, deposit onlys, all that stuff.
Yes.
Post a link, Pop Culture Shock, in the description of the video if you want to go get some business done over there.
Now, Joe, what's the exclusive on this bad boy?
It's just overall, it's just an exclusive. There's no regular version.
Oh,
There's no Player 2 version because this isn't from a video game. This is just exclusive to PCS. Right? So PCS has been selling their stuff over on Sideshow website.
They have?
The regulars you can get. The regulars you could always buy at toy stores around the web.
Yeah.
But now they're back to putting the regulars at the Sideshow website as well. So that means hopefully reward points if you're going to get a regular, but I always buy my stuff direct from the company if I can. So let's look at some PCS teasers. They got a couple of videos on their Instagram.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, let's check them out. So that first video is, you say Yuri, I say Jury.
Oh,
which one of us is right?
Jury?
I think so. I think Jury. So this is Jury, but she's from the Ultra line.
Yeah.
Rather than the traditional line. Mm-hmm. So Ultra is the more dynamic style with the more unique bases, right? Mm-hmm. So this is Jury. I was thinking about getting her before I saw that she was from the Ultra line.
Yeah.
Because I'm only going to do one line from PCS for Street Fighter.
Which is currently Street Fighter 5.
Mm-hmm. Well, Street Fighter 5 and other Street Fighters.
Yeah.
They do Street Fighter 4 and other stuff too. Mm-hmm. So now they got a second video. Let's take a look at that. So, Evil Ryu.
Yes.
And the V-Trigger.
That light up on the Evil Ryu is dope.
Yeah, so Evil Ryu is one that I have my eyes on.
Yeah.
Satsui no Hado.
And it's a quarter scale too, I think?
Yep. It's from their quarter scale line.
I'm very impressed with the V-Trigger on the Ryu too. It just looks tight. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Venom kind of feel.
Yeah, I like that too. The V-Triggers are smaller scale though, right? It still looks cool though. Both of these Ryu statues look cool. I'll be keeping my eye out for Evil Ryu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really, really dope. So, Jury, yep. And then, so that's it this week from... they showed a Sub-Zero at New York Comic Con, but I don't have any
pictures.
Any good pictures from that. We've seen previews and teasers from it. Looks really cool. Mortal Kombat X or Mortal Kombat 10. So hopefully we'll see some more pics from PCS of that too. Now, Kwong, let's talk some Sideshow Collectibles.
Yes.
So Sideshow has a booth at New York Comic Con, and they did share some pictures.
Yes.
But first, we're going to look at some teasers that they've also put up there on their websites. Now, usually when they put up these teasers, pre-order is not that far off, but in this case, they didn't post any dates.
I'm pretty sure people who are at the con might be able to pre-order it already.
Sideshow does not do that.
Okay.
They might do that for they do some giveaways, but they don't pre-order stuff at cons that I'm aware of. So first little teaser here is Bane premium format figure.
Yes, this one looks the one for you.
The one?
The one. The Bane statue. You sold your old Bane.
I did sell my Bane.
Yeah.
And now I'll get a new Bane.
Yeah, you were looking forward to this one actually, from what I'm aware of after you just sold yours. Yeah. So this one, I feel like it does justice. Are we gonna show the pictures of the heads too, or portraits too?
We'll get there, Kwong.
No.
Be patient, young Padawan. So now we're looking at picture Bane at New York Comic Con.
Yes.
Looking awesome, right?
It looks killer. There's no way this guy's mixed media.
Yes, he is.
He
Look
is?
at his pants.
Oh.
Of course his pants are mixed media. He's from the Batman line right behind you. You see mixed media over there?
No. I know.
Like every statue back behind you?
No, I didn't.
Except for Poison Ivy, because she doesn't wear any clothes. Yeah, so Bane, and then we've seen pictures of the exclusive, which some people don't like the exclusive head.
Well, there's a bunch of... Well, there's... Two. Yeah, two. Yeah. I see it. Yeah, I don't like it either. I do.
I like it, but honestly, I'll probably never put it on them.
Yeah, kind of like
except for during the review.
Yeah, kind of like what
Yeah,
we've...
I'll get it. I'll get the exclusive. But super, super pumped for Bane.
Yeah,
right?
This looks really good. It's, yeah, we've known this has been a rumor for a while now, so definitely looking forward to seeing more of this. Something else that I've wanted to see from Sideshow as well, which I know you are excited for as well, is we were hoping to see Thanos.
Yeah, so New York Comic Con, no Thanos, no Magneto. It's a rumor to work on. But we do have Carnage.
We did get a Carnage, yeah. I saw it this yesterday. And it's, my honest opinion, I think Carnage looks like a girl, to be honest.
He doesn't have boobies.
No, but the pictures that I see that people did take of it, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was my phone or something like that because it was a smaller screen. I just felt like the way he just was a little girly-like, or...
You think the statue's a little feminine.
I don't know. It just gives me a little bit of vibe. I know there's going to be haters for me saying that, but there's something definitely I feel like was a little bit wrong about this Carnage. I definitely know Carnage isn't like buff like Venom was.
So who is Carnage, the man?
What do you mean the man?
The guy.
It's this redhead sociopath or something like that. I don't know what his name is.
So some redhead, redneck sociopath.
Yeah.
Skinny, meth head looking.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah, that's
so
true.
So does that fit?
That does fit. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. It's just I'm looking forward to seeing more of it.
You don't know Carnage's name?
I don't know what Carnage's name is, to be honest. Yeah, that's kind of sad. It's pretty upsetting.
Why can't I think of it off the top of my head?
It starts with something with a C for some odd reason. I want to say Charles something.
Yeah, I want to say... Why can't I think of it? It's because I haven't been reading comics lately. Cletus.
Yeah, see?
Cletus
something
Cassidy.
With a C. I knew it was something with a C.
Cletus Cassidy, yep.
I don't know. It's hard to say, to be honest. I do like the Venom, all the symbiote being on him. That's pretty tight. I don't know. Just I don't know. I was hoping a little bit something better, I guess.
Really? So you're not going to add him to your collection?
No.
You have the symbiote Spidey.
I do have the symbiote.
You can get
Spidey.
the 3 symbiotes.
I was thinking about that,
Spidey,
but this
Carnage and Venom.
See that? I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I'm not feeling both of them.
I'm not sure about the texture.
Yeah, just
on Venom, but the more I see of it, the more I like it.
Yeah, maybe it takes some time to get used to or something like that. Because they both do look like a good piece, but it's just not a piece for me. Does that make sense?
Sure.
It's just Venom does look killer as hell. Definitely, since we're gonna see there's gonna be switchable heads on it too. Kind of like what people were saying earlier about the Bane. They don't know if they like it or not. It does. It's a really still a nice touch, but
I like the switchable heads.
Yeah,
very McFarlane looking.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I like the switchable heads on Venom. I'm not sure about the texture, but it's a very organic take on the character.
I agree.
So a lot other companies are doing Venom more smooth.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have your choice of a more organic style statue in Sideshow, or a more smooth version like XM Studios is doing.
Because being a huge fan of Spider-Man, I think the Venom looks a lot better than the Carnage, to be honest. I don't know what it was about the Carnage, but there's just something wrong with him. The more I look at him, strangely, the more I hate him. I will say the portrait on him is killer, though. The portrait on him is killer. I don't know. I feel like maybe there's just too much going on.
With a piece like this Carnage, I'm worried about factory paint jobs.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Definitely, I'm in on the Venom. I'm on the fence on the Carnage.
Yeah.
Not one of my favorite characters, and I've kind of committed to not buying characters
that you're not favorite.
That I don't like, but you're going to get Venom, you might as well get Carnage too. But I can't buy statues for that reason.
Yeah.
Anytime I've ever done that, I usually end up canceling
it
it and then wasting a deposit. So I have to give more thought to Carnage, but definitely Venom. And so now we're going to take a look at Star Wars Collectible Quam.
We've been looking for this one for a while,
and BB-8.
Yes.
Premium format figures.
So they're packaged together, correct?
I think they're separate.
Separate?
Probably like a Lobo and dog type situation.
Okay, yeah.
Right, so...
honestly...
So let's say you don't want Rey and you only want BB-8.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You'd probably buy BB-8 on his own, right?
Yeah, I think that's kind of a good touch because if I do get Kylo Ren, I don't really want Rey, but you kind of do want Rey with the BB-8. It's hard to tell.
If you get Kylo Ren, you have to have Rey.
Yeah, right? Oh, man. Dipping the toes into that, man. It's hard. Dude.
Well, I tell you, I am glad to have gotten out of the Star Wars game because I would be all over all of these.
Yes. This is probably one of the best pieces of this week is Rey and BB-8, I would say.
Well, this week isn't over yet, so we will see. So all those statues, we don't have any pre-order information on any of those statues yet, but when we do, we'll be sure to share it with you on Facebook and right here on Statue Talk.
The Witch King at the Goldur.
Kwong, have you never watched The Hobbit before?
Nope, fell asleep within 20 minutes while watching the movie.
I actually like the Hobbit movies more than I like Lord of the Rings.
Really? I love Lord of the Rings.
I really do enjoy those movies. So these next couple of statues are from a company I don't think we've covered here on Statue Talk. This is from the Weta Workshop. Right, so a couple statues available for pre-order. The first is the Lady Galadriel at Dol Goldur. Limited edition of 750.
Yes.
Pre-order price is $275. Estimated delivery of March 2017. And you're going to need a non-refundable deposit. It doesn't say right here how much it is. So, from New Line Cinema, Peter Jackson and Warner Brothers comes J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit, brought to the big screen in an epic trilogy. Weta Workshop was thrilled to return to Middle-earth once again, contributing design, specialty props, and specialty costumes to all three films. Excuse me, drinking too much beer. So this is one for the Hobbit fans. She's going to be 11 by 13, 11 width, 13 height, and 8 inches in depth, and about 6 pounds. So when Gandalf the Grey is taken by the Necromancer in Dol Guldur, Radagast defies his friend's wishes and returns to rescue him. So this is from that scene in The Hobbit. Mm-hmm. So you haven't seen that scene in The Hobbit, right?
Nope.
Oh, but this is a 1/6 scale statue.
Yeah. I don't know, it's just, I've always wanted to watch it because I love Lord of the Rings and it's a really good movie, but I always fall asleep after the first 30 minutes.
They are very long movies.
Yeah, it's just like right when I saw Gandalf talking to a Hobbit dude, and I was like,
So you're talking about the Hobbit movie?
Yes.
Because I had that problem myself for a long time.
Yeah, right?
Where I always try to watch it and I would always fall asleep.
Huh.
But then once I saw the movies, I really enjoyed them.
I probably just had to stick to it.
Yeah, so we got one more from Weta Workshop. This is The Witch King at Goldur. So a limited edition of 750. He's a little bit more pricey. $349.99. This has an expected delivery of November.
Of this year?
Next month, Kwon.
Wow. That's really impressive.
Next month. So.
Yeah, this... definitely understandable why this was a little bit more expensive. I feel like the details on this one is just so much different from the other one. There's just so much going on to the armor. I don't think there's that. Both of them can't be mixed media, so.
No, they do. Looks like they're both sculpted.
Yeah, but it looks really good.
Yeah, they look really cool. For you, Lord of the Rings and Hobbit collectors out there. I really do enjoy those movies. I like fantasy movies. I like to read fantasy.
Yeah, that's why I thought you would like Warcraft, but apparently they didn't do it for you.
Yeah, well, the difference is Hobbit, Lord of the Rings has killer stories too, right? Yeah. Especially those extended editions, right? Really, really cool. So I'll post links to if you want to pre-order either of these statues from the Weta Workshop in the description of the video. Now, Kwong. Last but not least, XM Studios.
Yes.
So what do we got here, Kwong?
I think this one, like you said earlier, still early on the show, Wasteland Batman.
Yeah, so...
From XM Studios.
You know how they're doing like the Japanese samurai style Batman line? Well, now they're doing also a Wasteland Batman line. So this is the first little glimpse that we're getting just of some concept art.
Yes. We did see a few of, I think, Scarecrow and the Joker way back in the past.
Yeah, way back.
Yeah. Still early prints though. So
early. So again, early, just little concept art. Can't really tell if we're going to like it or not.
This one does remind me of a little bit that one scene in Batman vs. Superman.
Sure.
So
yeah.
He didn't have he didn't have a cape, but it kind of reminds me of it.
Different costume, but
kind of reminds
similar, right?
Yeah.
So
I like it. Yeah. Definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing that. We got a little teaser of some art for Bumblebee.
Yes.
Right, because every company is doing Transformers now, right? So XM Studios is getting in there.
I think the new movie's coming out next year.
I think so. Yeah, definitely watch that one.
Mark.
And now we get to see some back to the Samurai Japanese line. This is their Harley Quinn preview.
Yep. I kind of like it. I would say the hair is what makes it, I feel like, a really good piece because it's two different colors, and I really like how they do that. And with the two pictures on the left side kind of just makes it feel like it's two different statues, I feel.
Yeah. Looks really cool. And now we're seeing a bust that they're going to have up for pre-order soon.
Yes.
This is the Hulk that we saw before.
Yeah, you were really pumped up for this one, actually, on Facebook, no?
I was pumped up for it when...
we first saw it.
Before it was painted?
Yes.
Then once we saw some painted, I was like, I don't know about it.
Yeah.
But now that we're seeing the finished gallery, I think it looks cool.
I think it looks okay for me.
So it's quarter scale busts that they'll be doing.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
Because, the Hulk's huge.
It looks like they toned down the green, lightened up the green a little bit.
Which is good, yeah. The portrait is definitely old school Hulk. Not nowadays Hulk, which is fine too.
Yeah, so...
I'm not a Hulk person.
Yeah, I'm not a Hulk person either. I'm just not. I'm not either. I don't read Hulk.
Yeah.
Only if he's in the Avengers.
Yeah, I agree. Same here.
Yeah. Call your XM buddies if you want to pre-order this one, or if you're in the territory where you can order XM Studios, then probably already know how to order it, and you're probably going to order 5 of them so you can sell the other 4.
But this is going to be expensive.
It's quarter scale. It's a quarter scale bust.
It's going to be pretty expensive.
Cost-wise, their statues aren't that expensive. It's the shipping.
Okay.
It's the shipping. And we're going to talk a little bit about that shipping collection update. Okay. Because I got an XM statue in the other day. So now, a couple more teasers.
We got One Punch Man. Still waiting for that to be on Netflix where we can watch
Saitama?
Saitama, yeah.
Saitama? Yeah, One Punch Man. Looking cool.
Digital sculpt look really good.
Cool.
Yes.
We got
Optimus Pro.
Optimus. Yep, another Transformer.
X.
Little preview.
I'm curious if that's a... Definitely sure.
XM is all about options, Quan.
Yeah, I'm thinking,
so it's going to be an option, that X.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, too.
It'll be an
It's
option.
tight.
So I really want
An Optimus Prime.
a couple of Transformers in my
I know
collection.
you do. I know you've been eyeballing it ever
I
since
just
you've been
don't
showing
know
it,
which
man.
ones to get yet. Yeah.
You'll wait. You'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Now we're seeing a base, which is similar to that of Batman's, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
But this is actually for Wolverine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Japanese and Wolverine go hand in hand, right?
Yeah.
He's like those Japanese ladies. Yeah.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing... I saw the new poster for the Wolverine.
Logan?
Whew, looks sick, to be honest. A lot of people are getting mixed reviews. I don't know. I think it looks cool. And I definitely like how they're naming it Logan.
I will reserve judgment until after I see X-Men Apocalypse, because I haven't watched it.
Oh, God.
And it's out, right? So I got to watch it. I'm not optimistic, but
I think
obviously, I mean, I waited. I didn't see it in the theaters, so I'm not very optimistic. I didn't put a lot of stock in it from the previews, so we'll see about that Logan. So Wolverine looking really good. I already have a Wolverine statue that I really like, but I know this is gonna be good too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And Wolverine's one of my favorite Marvel characters too. Yeah. So,
because you said you like X-Men over the Avengers.
I do. I prefer X-Men over the Avengers, absolutely. So, that's it this week from XM Studios. And Guang, that's it for this week's previews and pre-orders.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's get to our collection update. All right, Kwong, this week's collection update. Let's start with your collection.
So we're going to see a video here, a closet collection of mine. Mm-hmm. Nothing really new besides just a new detail just been added, having the symbiote costume Spider-Man. If you haven't seen the review already, go ahead and watch it. Let me know what you think. For me, still looking for, now that, most likely getting a new job, looking at what my future next big purchase is going to be. Mm-hmm. I thought it might be Red Hood. No, I ended up cutting him out, especially after this week's episode. Have been looking at XM Studios, but I'm still looking forward to seeing. We did see a little bit of Imaginarium Art Spider-Man, so I kind of wanted to see a different kind of Spider-Man from Imaginarium Art. I think XM was doing an Iron Spider 2. So that's something I was hoping to see soon, but haven't seen anything yet. Other than that, nothing. Haven't really been eyeballing my collection. My girlfriend did actually want to buy the J. Scott Campbell Mary Jane to get signed by Stan Lee when she goes over there in the end of October, but it's kind of super expensive to get that because it's sold out. And on eBay, it's kind of hard to tell.
Some news from New York Comic Con is that J. Scott Campbell is working on another statue with Sideshow to go with that line. So.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Can't wait to see that.
So, Kwang, let's take a look at your collection video.
Alright, here's a little update on my closet collection. Let me give you a little short tour. First, let's start off with the left side. Alright, we got right here, we got that J. Scott Campbell Spider-Man, signed by Stan Lee up there. Thanks to my girlfriend. In the back, looks nice. The Amazing Spider-Man #1. Joe ended up getting me that. One of the variant covers. Also have right here the J. Scott Campbell Black Cats. I collected these little, I don't know, bobbleheads or Lego looking thingies back when I was a kid. The display looked a little plain without them, so my girlfriend wanted to put them in. I got a bunch of everybody from DC and Marvel up in here. In the back right there, as you can see, we got the thing with this little grin checking out Black Cats. But down below, we got one of my favorite all-time games, Kingdom Hearts, Collector's Edition, Limited Edition, all that good stuff. And then down here below is my first Collector's Edition, or Deluxe Edition, you can say, game that I ever bought, Catherine. It's a good, fun puzzle game if you want to check that out. Now, let's close this. And open up the next bad boy. Here you go. Just recently got this DTOF for this guy himself, the symbiote costume Spider-Man. Most likely gonna take this off, give it to my girlfriend, and most likely have her get it signed by Stan Lee by the end of this month. Looking really good, to be honest. And then going down here, a friend of mine gave me a Collector's Corp because he got a second one in the mail. So thought I would put it out, you know, because the place was DTOF was a little empty. And down here, we got the Kotobukiya Sakura. And I don't know if it's limited edition, but one of my favorite animes, Detective Conan. Got one of those. My girlfriend got that for me way back then. Pretty much that's the update for my closet collection. As you can see, everything's down there and up. Sorry for the glare. And up here is where I pretty much put all my boxes and everything else.
Well, Kwong, for a small collection, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Still kind of a work in progress.
All collections are works in progress.
Yes.
Right?
I feel like the symbiote Spidey's kind of on the bottom where the base is. There's still a lot of space that can be put. So I'm thinking of the bobbleheads some of them being moved over to him. Maybe getting a little bit more things like that, because I don't like just having, like, I do like the pieces, buying it kind of being by itself, but I just feel like it's a little too empty.
Sure.
So thinking about trying to get small things, especially like, for example, Kotobukiya stuff, like the Spider-Man line would be perfect to put around there.
Yeah. So
that'd be great. My girlfriend loves Kotobukiya, so she's starting to get some Street Fighter stuff in, like Sakura. I think she's getting Chun-Li next, if anything. So looking forward to see what we got coming up.
Well, you can either go two ways with your display. You can either leave it empty, like single pieces on everything, or you can do what you did and you can fill in the space, which both ways are good. You know, as a collector like you who has limited space, I really like what you've done with your collection. You know, I like how you're displaying the Spideys, and then adding accent pieces is really cool. Yeah. Even though I don't like Kingdom Hearts, I like your little Kingdom Hearts setup. Yeah. Yeah,
I really like because the left DTOF was the oldest one, and I didn't really change much on it, so I felt like I worked a lot on that DTOF because I wanted it in a specific way. And then when I got the symbiote Spidey, I was like, crap, I really don't have anything to put under him. So then my friend gave me a Collector Corp because they gave him a second one for free. So he ended up giving it to me because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Yeah. And then my girlfriend had a Sakura Kotobukiya from when she went to Evo. Yeah. And then I felt like those were the only things I could fill those places in. So, but I'm looking forward to, I definitely want to put something there instead of the Spider-Man Collector's Corp. That's something I'm definitely going to take out. Very bottom, I will probably leave that shelf for my girlfriend just in case she does want to get more Kotobukiyas. Eventually, we'll probably take out that Catherine Collector's Edition out too. But I definitely want to leave the Kingdom Hearts because that's something I felt like is a good display.
Yeah. Yeah, I started, my collection starts out with a lot of little small things like this. But now that my collection has grown, I found that I don't have a place for all of that. What I now call junk. It's not junk, it's stuff that you like, but I have a lot of it in like boxes here and there and everywhere. I tend to buy a lot of action figures. People buy me pops.
Pops are
People
cool.
buy me lots of pops, but they don't. I don't think they fit my collection anymore, so I have a hard time finding places for them. And I have a hard time not buying them, to be honest with you. And I buy them and I put them in a box and I stick them in the garage. But yeah, you really cool collection, Kwong. I'm glad that you shared it with us on the show. Looking forward to seeing more of that. You're still looking for the one, though?
Yes. Still, I'm looking forward to, most likely, PCS is usually like Street Fighters, so not an extreme hard fan of it, because most of the good Street Fighter stuff you're most likely gonna get. I'm thinking maybe of that V trigger of that Ryu that we saw earlier, because that does look really cool, and it's definitely a smaller line, so that's something that could be possibly down the line. I definitely was something I do want to look forward to is definitely want to get a Prime 1 and then an XM Studios. For sure, those are definitely something I will get later in the future. It's just waiting for something that they come out that I'm just like, oh shit, I have to get that. You know, because Prime 1, since not getting the Red Hood, I'm thinking maybe Nightwing. But the pictures that we did see of him, I didn't like how his mask went all the way down to his neck. But I did see some rumors where they were changing. There's going to be a changeable head, so that might be a good touch for me. So I'm definitely looking to see more towards that, because that's, so far as Prime 1, that's something that I really want, because I'm a huge fan of Nightwing. So that's something definitely I might get, but I just want to look forward to seeing more pictures of it.
Sure. Well, I'm not getting that Nightwing, which I really wanted to, so if you were to get it, it'd be cool.
Yeah, because originally that's what you wanted to get, but you said that, you know, since it was a 1/3, you wanted to stay away from that. And for me, I don't have a 1/3, so I wanted to see how it would be to have one. So.
Yeah, definitely be interested to see that. So my collection has been changing, as you might be able to tell from behind Kwong. I moved some of my Batman statues around. I've actually been moving some of the cabinets around too, in addition to the pieces. So you can't really see it in the video, but I'll do a collection update video pretty soon. So I had Bestas on both sides and Detolfs over here as well. So I moved some of the Bestas onto this side and moved the Detolfs onto the other side. And it actually has created a lot more space in this room.
I like it a lot.
Kind of opens it up a little bit. Having Bestas on both sides was kind of making the room cramped. So got some Detolfs, gonna get a couple more for this side of the room. I don't know what's gonna go in there yet. Debating on putting Marvel statues in there or putting Street Fighter statues in there. So
just gotta be careful with the weight, I think, on some of them.
Yeah, lots of people do it. They'll be okay. I'll get some wire clips. They'll be fine. So I did also move a couple of the Bestas out to my living room. My wife let me display some statues out there. So right now I have a couple of the 2-cube Bestas. I have Arnold Schwarzenegger T-800 out there. I have 1989 Batman. And I also have Pinhead out there. Now my wife said Pinhead can only be out there for the month of October. Because it's Halloween, and she doesn't want him out there permanently. So I'm going to have to find something to put in there. So one Besta has Arnold out there, and along with him is going to go Rocky. And I have 1989 Batman. I don't know what's going to go below him, so I have to figure that out.
It has to be another movie, I think.
Yeah, it should be another movie-related statue. My wife said Star Wars. I have 2 Star Wars statues left.
I was thinking Darth Maul, maybe?
Darth Maul, Anakin Skywalker, maybe can go out there. When I was moving my statues around, I unfortunately broke Darth Maul's lightsaber. So as anybody who has Star Wars statues with lightsabers knows, those light up sabers are really fragile. And while I didn't break it in half, I was moving him and he kind of flexed a little bit against something and it snapped the inside of it. So my light up lightsaber now no longer lights up. So that was a statue I was thinking about selling. And yeah, that's not going to happen now because now he has a broken lightsaber. So lots of them have lightsabers that don't work anymore. So that's the trade-off between lightsabers is a lot of them don't work.
Yeah.
And honestly, I never lit it up anyway, but it still kills me to know that it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I don't like that it doesn't work. I'm going to try to find a lightsaber somewhere. Or I'm going to paint over the top of it. Yeah, that's an idea too.
Yeah.
Anakin, I had Anakin Skywalker. His lightsaber has never worked. He broke on his way to me. And so that never worked. So I was thinking about shipping both of those off to a painter to have them painted up. Yeah. So once I finish rearranging everything and figuring out where stuff is going to go, I'll do another room tour video to show you guys what I'm up to. I do have a couple of statues that are waiting to be unboxed. You know, that Blitzway Rocky has been waiting to be unboxed for a while. I've actually sold him twice now on eBay. 2 times nobody paid, so it must want to stay in my collections. The statue god said, you need this Rocky in your collection. I was originally thinking he didn't fit in the collection, but, you know, since I moved some statues out to the living room and we need some movie statues out there, guess what? Now I have a spot for him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thanks to those 2 eBay buyers who must have been thinking I do a layaway on my statues. I don't. Yeah, so lucky me, I'm going to open that Blitzway Rocky. I'll do an unboxing video of him. And I also got an XM statue in, finally. Statue that a lot of people have had for a while. Got the Doctor Strange statue in.
It's like perfect timing too, to be honest.
Yeah, perfect timing. The Doctor Strange movie comes out in November. Yep. So I'm going to unbox both of those this weekend. And I'll post up some those unboxing videos in about a week. Yeah. You know, we're not doing Statue Talk next weekend. So I'm going to post one of those unboxings next weekend. So I really am looking forward to seeing that Doctor Strange, seeing good pictures of him. Yeah. Let me tell you what, that statue doesn't look that big, but that box is freaking heavy. There's a reason why XM Studio statue shipping costs so much. Yeah. Because that box is freaking heavy. And I know it's mostly packaging. Yeah. But also their statues are pretty solid too. So yeah, looking forward to getting that Doctor Strange. I'll post pics up. We'll do an unboxing. We'll do a review with, you know, high quality 4K video for you 1%ers out there that have 4K TVs, right? So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Been rearranging, waiting on some new statues. Still waiting on RH Death Dealer on Horse.
Oh yeah, 4 boxes, right?
Slowly, 3 boxes, but they're slowly shipping them out. So eventually, I'll get them.
I just hope in one piece.
I pre-ordered. Did I pre-order anything? I pre-ordered Donatello.
Yes.
So I was one of the lucky few who got a early pre-order email. Mm-hmm. So the exclusive version sold out before it was available on the Sideshow website, just through email. So we got one more left. Raphael. Yes. So we got one more left. Still awaiting to hear on what the exclusive of him is going to be. Yeah. Because the other exclusives are red bandanas, but Raph already has a red bandana.
I think maybe possibly like a darker red or...
last time it was their classic line. Last time it was a switch out hand with a different weapon.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, could be anything. So, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Other than that, just figuring out where everything is going to go. Yeah. Gotta get my butt down to IKEA, get some more displays, and then I gotta get working on my spreadsheet to figure out exactly where everything is gonna go. See, one of the things with a collection though is you don't like it when it looks empty, when there are open spots for stuff. But open spots means you have room for all those pre-orders that you have.
Yeah, that's true.
So you have to have open spots because you have to have room, but then you don't want it looking empty. Yeah. So it's kind of a catch-22 with that. So, yeah. So that's it for this week's collection update. So Kwong, it's time for this week's question of the week. Yeah. Do you remember what last week's question was?
Yes. I definitely know the concept was what is your favorite base statue that you have in your collection?
So you don't know what the question is?
That's what the question, wasn't it?
So we were talking, Kwong is partially, right? We were talking about bases.
Yes.
We were talking about what type of bases do you like better? Do you like more
simple
museum
black
style, simple style? Do you like more like museum style, like where it's just a simple raise, like Batgirl back here, where it's just a little bit raised, so simple? Or do you like more complex, like this black bolt here? So for me, I don't know what I like better. I like having a mix, and I like them to be consistent.
Yeah.
That's the thing for me, is consistency. One line that I talk about with bases that are inconsistent is that classic, those classic Avengers line from Sideshow, where some of them have the base with the A, and then others don't. And I think it's the same thing with the X-Men. Some have the little X, and then others don't. So if you're collecting the line, there's no consistency there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I want it to be consistent. Like with my Street Fighter collection, I'm going for the classic museum style black bases. I'm going for the classic line, right? And they're consistent, so they all look the same. Now, if I add a couple of the Ultra line, then there's going to be a lack of consistency there. So I do like some consistency. I also like bases that aren't too tall. So sometimes bases will make a statue too big.
Yeah.
Right? They'll add too much height to a statue. Examples of that are the 1989 Batman. Right? His base is really, really tall.
Yeah.
And it makes the statue hard to fit in the Vesta. Right? What's the other tall base?
I thought you would say Batman and Arkham Knight. No?
Yeah, well, Batman, yeah. Yeah, he is already a tall statue, and the base does make him taller.
Gives him at least a couple inches.
And then you have different style bases like Black Bolt here. So Black Bolt's base is unique because you have the option of displaying him different ways. You can display him down here and make the statue shorter, or you can take this top piece off here and put him on the top here, and that makes the statue really, really tall. So I like that you have the option of it. But I like consistency. So, we showed off the Bane premium format. And so what is his base?
I think something simple, isn't it?
So he's standing atop the bat signal ray.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me.
It's symbolic. I like it.
So now, but does it fit?
No. It doesn't.
It does and it doesn't.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you look at Joker, Harley, Batgirl, Catwoman.
They all
have similar bases. Yeah. But you know who doesn't have a similar base? Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Batman has a completely different base. So it's not quite consistent in that line. But do I wish Batman had a wood base? Probably not.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. They look better when they're all consistent.
Yeah.
Right?
That's something I definitely agree with. For me, I don't have that many pieces, so that's something I didn't even think about. But now that you said it, I totally agree. Consistency is something really important, especially if you're getting a line that you really love, which, for example, would be like Prime 1, that for the Arkham Knight, all the bases are identical, and you can actually kind of put them next to each other, if anything. Yeah. So that's a really great touch. Yeah, that would definitely be something that's really different. That I would hate, definitely the consistency. For me, since I'm still new to collecting, it's hard to answer the question, but I do like, as of right now, I would do like something that was unique to the character, like symbolic, kind of like, I guess probably the best example would be the XM Studio Black Cat, with the cat, that she's on top of the cat. That's something symbolic that kind of like tells a little bit of a story behind the character than just being like, a black museum pose plaque.
So XM Studios is doing a lot with their bases, right?
That's why something down on the road, that's something I really want, because I feel like when it comes to an XM piece, for Spider-Man, we did have that. I think was it XM that did the Daily Bugle one? Yeah, so it's something that did connect with the character, but it wasn't for us. You know what I mean? It's still good, but it's not for us.
And XM is consistently doing that
Yeah.
with its statues,
Exactly.
right? So that's good. One thing that I also don't like with the statue, and this tended to be done a lot with the Star Wars statues, is really, really round, big bases, like what Darth Malgus has. Because that makes the statue hard to put next to each other, right?
Yeah.
To display with another statue. So I always have Darth Malgus by himself because he has one of those really round Star Wars bases. And I would try to put him next to like a stormtrooper or, what's that guy's name? Savage Opress. I tried to put him next to him, but he wouldn't go next to anything. And you can't put two of those round, huge bases next to each other. So, it's got to look good, but it also has to be functional too.
Yeah.
And you got to keep, keep in mind that collectors want to display this stuff.
Yeah.
And how are they going to display it, right? Let's go to a Cocktail Zombie.
Yeah.
Who says, to answer Kwong, I don't mind what happens to the base as long as the statue is great. The most distinct base I have so far is for my Bowen Designs huge MODOK statue.
I haven't seen that statue before yet, so I'm not sure exactly how
he says he doesn't care as long as the statue is great.
Yeah, that makes sense. The huge thing, I guess, for me with that is the symbiote Spidey. I felt like the explosion was a little lackluster. That's why I gave it a 4.5. But the symbiote Spidey just looks amazing. It's just almost flawless. So that's something I agree with as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I kind of, like I said, as an early collector, I kind of want a story. I kind of like when it comes to, starting to become on the show, I felt like you want a piece that you can kind of connect with, especially like for you, going to like Voltron or Cobra, you kind of had that piece of character with you while you're growing up. So it's kind of having that character, you want that character to be done justice and kind of have feelings towards that statue, if that makes sense.
So what is the base on Voltron?
No, nothing. I don't know, but I'm just saying, like Voltron, you have a connection with that character.
But what I'm saying is, I don't know what the base on.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I don't really care. So he does make a good point. Do we really care what the base is?
Yeah, that's true.
Even though Bane might have a different base than the rest of the collection, is that going to prevent me from getting him?
No.
No. Is that going to prevent me from putting him next to the others? No. I didn't even really think about it until we're just talking about it now.
Yeah.
It is mattering to me. So it doesn't matter to me there, but when I'm talking about the PCS Street Fighter line, to me the base matters there.
Yeah.
And I think that's just because they're so different.
Yeah.
So
I guess it's kind of like cut half and half, that you kind of want.
But that Ultra line is more than just the bases. It's also more action posed, right? So it's a little bit different.
Yes.
The base doesn't matter a whole lot. It definitely matters when it sucks, when it makes it harder to display. But if it's an afterthought, it's fine as long as it's not crap, right? Because you don't really look at the base.
Yeah, you kind of don't.
Yeah. It matters, but it doesn't. Right?
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
It matters if it's bad. So let's talk about a statue that I thought was a little too expensive. Geralt of Rivia.
Yes.
So they're saying a lot of that expense is because the base is more detailed, more bigger, more detailed. And do you think, would you pay more for that?
Yeah, because in a way it somewhat brings out, depending on, for some people, like for me as a beginner, I'm not really knowing much about The Witcher, besides, the trailers and seeing you play a little bit of it. I wouldn't get it, but people who are a huge fan of the character, like, that's why you were so hard. You were like thinking about like, oh, should I get it? Should I not get it? It's because you really love the game, and that's what I'm saying is like, if you want it, you get it. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. Because like if it was, an example would be like if Spider-Man was just like a simple Spider-Man but a hella crazy ass base, like I don't know, like, for example would be symbiote costume Spider-Man, right? But having a huge bell tower behind him, and like him having like ripped out his symbiote, that you having that scene like that together, and then putting like $1,000 price tag on it, I would get it because that's symbolic.
Sure.
And that's, you know, that's just me though. Sometimes it kind of depends. Some people may like it, some people may not. It's not everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah. So that's it for this week's question of the week. If you have a question that you'd like to ask, leave it in the comment section below, and we may pick your question to answer on a next episode. Kwong, this week's featured video comes to us from It's Sisko.
Yes.
So It's Sisko has just recently started putting up some videos on her YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And this is the Xtreem Sculptures Clark Kent version 2 Superman statue review.
Yes.
So, a really cool looking statue. I think It's Sisko did a really good job.
Yeah.
She says that she's upgrading her cameras and working on improving her videos. I already think this is good, but
yeah, looks really good.
Whenever we do videos, we always try to make the next one better than the first,
yes.
right? So check out It's Sisko's review of the Xtreem Sculptures Clark Kent version 2 Superman statue. I hope you enjoyed this latest episode of Statue Talk. Now, Kwong, what was your standout piece in this week's episode?
Standout piece, but not like probably my favorite piece, but I would say
Be favorite. You can be favorite. Pick whatever one you want.
No, it's not something, because it's kind of hard to get a favorite, but I would say something that sticks out to me for this specific episode would definitely be Venom. The suit being organic, the feel of it, it's just something different that I've never seen before, and kind of like how, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a little bit biased because I just did the symbiote costume review, but in the beginning I didn't like the organic look, but then after a while it kind of looks cool, and kind of like you were saying, the more you look at it, the more you kind of start liking it. So that's something I thought was really cool. Like I said, I like the Venom a lot better than the Carnage. I don't know maybe there's something wrong with my head or my view of Carnage, but the Venom just looks cool, different, something we just haven't seen before, which I kind of like because there's a lot of different companies like Imaginarium Art, XM, doing a bunch of Transformers. So now I feel like Sideshow, instead of doing like kind of the sleek and smooth Venom, comes out with the organic. So that's just something different.
Well, remember, that is the symbiote Spidey. It's not the black and black Spidey, right?
Yes.
So there is a difference. The symbiote suit is very organic, so I'm looking forward to seeing more Venom. But my favorite of this week is, I think it's going to be Bane for me. I think it's got to be Bane.
Yeah.
It's got to be Bane. I am hoping to see some more heroes from Gotham.
Yeah.
From out of Sideshow.
That'd be cool.
We've been seeing a lot of villains lately. Killer Croc, and now Bane. So let's see some heroes. Let's get some Robin, some Nightwing, some Jim Gordon, some Oracle.
That'd be cool.
Let's get some heroes out there too.
Yeah.
It'd be really nice to get my hands on a quarter scale Nightwing statue. But Bane looks awesome, looks amazing.
Yes.
Really looking forward to that one. Really looking forward to more Gotham statues.
Do you think his price is gonna be? He says he's not really a quarter scale, is he?
Well, he is, but Bane is gigantic.
Yeah.
So price.
I'm thinking Hulk and Wolverine price.
Yeah, $630. Yeah, I'm thinking that price too. Yeah, it'll be worth it.
Yeah,
it'll be worth it. So, let Kwong and I know what you thought. Some of the topics we covered in this week's episode in the comment section below. We may share some of your comments and questions on next week's episode. Now, if you're an addict like me or a beginning collector like Kwong, and you can't wait a whole couple of weeks to watch the latest episode of Statue Talk for the latest previews, pre-orders, and check out our website, statuereview.com, and give us a like on Facebook. Try to share as much news as I can, previews, pre-orders to those two sections. You definitely want to check it out because you don't want to miss out on any pre-orders, right? Because if you wait till Sunday to watch the latest episode of Statue Talk, then
some of them get
probably
missed.
gonna miss out.
Yeah.
Probably gonna miss out on some. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to check out our latest unboxings, reviews, and collection updates. So Kwong, remember, statue collecting is more than just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. This has been Joe Prodzik
Kwong Tran.
for Statue Talk. Thanks for watching.
This guy looks Star Wars related. Mass Effect related? Star Trek related? A Fiston? Are we going to eat one next year? I don't know. Are we going to eat one next year? Just a chill or no?
We'll see.
I think we have to do like at least one trip.
We have to enter the tournament. Even if we're gonna get our ass kicked, we still have to.
That's good because then we can do like bragging rights. Like, yeah, I joined Evo,
Just to have
even
the
though I lost
experience
first
of it.
round. You know, that makes sense.
Sure.
I feel you. That sounds good.
All right, Kwong. In this week's collection update, let's start with you.
Yep. Was I supposed to say something?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, you didn't tell me that.